as cliche as it is, I feel like having fun is the most important thing. There's a very few crop of players that get to experience something like this. Obviously, it's a blessing. There's a very few crop of players that get to experience something like this, and being able to experience twice is special. I'm certainly blessed for the opportunity. Like I said, and like I mean, it's an incredible experience. The people around here, the coaches, the managers, when you look at just the lineup itself, and then you look at who's coaching, it's unbelievable. So the amount of knowledge you can gain here just by being here is incredible. And then for me, I actually try and take advantage of asking questions and picking people's brains, and so I enjoyed doing that last year. And being able to do so again this year is going to be huge. The first year, I got a phone call from our assistant GM, Ryan Garco, which was sweet. Literally out of the blue, Wednesday at noon. I think I was on my way to the field, and he just called me. He was like, "Hey, I got some exciting news." And I was like, "Oh, this is interesting," because it was the beginning of the year, so I knew I wasn't getting promoted. Didn't really know what was going on. And he's like, "You're going to Futures games," and so that was exciting. Obviously, the first time. And then this year, it was probably an even cooler experience. Our manager, Tony Cavicelli, with the Whitecaps, he brought us in because it was me, Kevin McGonigle, and Jose Briseño, and we were all on the same team. So having that conversation as a trio was pretty cool. And I think people have coined the name the Big Three again. So that's exciting. Those guys I played with since Lakeland all the way through, and now AA. So it's really, really cool to see. And it's just three guys trying to make their mark. I think the ability to separate the on and the off the field is what makes him so special. That dude handles his emotions, first of all, way better than I do, but also way better than anyone else. You couldn't tell if he went 0 for 4 the night before. So it's cool to watch. And he's always my roommate, so he's keeping me level-headed for sure. We always joke because people always ask me when you're going through a slump or when he's going through a slump, which he never is. But when I'm going through a slump, they're always asking me do you go to him for analysis or trying to figure out what's going on? And my answer is always yes. But I always ask him hey, what's going on? What do you think I need to fix? And he's like, just shut up and hit the ball. I'm like, all right. If it was that easy, we'd all do it, right? So obviously that guy is a special talent. He's the greatest hitter I've ever seen in my life, and it's crazy to see. His ceiling is just so high. That's such a good question. I don't know. I would say it would be obviously it would probably be big just because of the social media presence, but I don't think that I would have done as well in the NIL space as I do in the actual brand and marketing, because a lot of what NIL is kind of tit for tat. I have to do something for you and then I get paid for it, right? Where you don't have that much time in college to be out going and doing commercials and all this stuff, versus now it's everything I can do is just on my own, what I want to do. So I actually find it better that I went to pro ball, because I am only doing what I want to do. I'm not, liquidating my market. I'm just staying in what I want to believe in and do. 100%. I think that your marketability kind of just is the only way that you can make off the field money, especially in a game like baseball. We don't have necessarily the other opportunities other sports might, so we have to capitalize on the off the field, the on the field. And so for me, it's just another part of my game, but it's also one of the easier parts. I don't have to focus on it like it's my swing. I can just kind of scroll for 20 minutes and figure out what I like, or put something together in 10 minutes and make it easy, right? So for me, it's just a fun little side gig, is how I look at a little side hustle. So I definitely pay attention to it, and it's all important to me, and I always do it it's always genuine. That's kind of the biggest thing. Everything I do on Instagram, social media, TikTok, whatever, is always genuine, and I think that speaks the most to people among the baseball community. So I've thought about this a lot. I feel I get this question a lot. I feel for me, as cliche as it is, I feel having fun is the most important thing. And I think I can speak to that because now what I do is a job. And being able to show up and love what you do every single day is incredible. You never have to work You never have to work a day in your life if you love what you do. And so being able to keep that passion, that flair, in the game that you bring, which is how I play the game. The minute that I lose that love for the game, that sixth tool that I have of passion just goes away. So being able to stay locked in and having fun and finding ways to escape from the game that allow you to stay locked in on the field are huge. I think it has shifted a bit level to level. I feel in low A, or even in the FCL for short, it is a little bit more guided. You show up with a schedule each and every day. You know exactly where to be, when to be there, etc. And now that I've gotten to AA, it's you get in and do what you need to do every single day because that's what pros do. It's very like pro oriented. It's on you to do. It's your career, which I love personally. Like it allows me to do what I need to do each and every day. It's very individual while also just continuing to be a team. And that's like, for me, I think that's the coolest part is just being able to show up, do what you need to do, get in there and get out each and every day. For me, I think the biggest thing is just being able to manage my emotions and stay like clear-headed because like you said, it's the longest season of all the sports. So when you play at 142 to 162 a year, like it's brutal. There's going to be days where you don't have it. There's going to be days where you feel like you're the best player ever. And just being able to hang with the ebbs and flows of baseball is the hardest part. And so for me, like I don't like to set numerical goals. I feel like they're limiting, but also sometimes out of the stratosphere. Like for me, it's all about what can I do each and every day to maintain success, to maintain being healthy, to staying on the field, all of the above. So for me, it's just about staying as clear-headed as possible over the next 70 games that I have left.